Good morning. Yes, this is the first episode of Morning Coffee. I know I've been prepping up a lot of people about what's going on, about what this show is going to be about. Well, it's about, the dark side of things, but there's not much darkness in what we do. There's actually quite a light, if you will. You know, I, I find it very fitting to have our first episode, well, about the big silent killer that is coronavirus. And I really didn't want to start such a inspirational podcast this way, but this really affects all of us. And people have been constantly asking me when this all really hit. What's your experience? My experience. Well, let's get this out of the way. My experience is probably the same exact experience as every funeral director in this state. It hit us very, very, very hard in April, March, and it changed us. It changed me as a person. I really like to not take things for granted anymore. I've had several friends that affected, and he will be a special guest on my show. Uh, and I like for him to share his experiences. Now, people, there are just some people out there who didn't think it was real and just threw caution to the wind. And sadly enough, I was one of them too until it really hit. And for us as funeral professionals, we try to make every funeral as personable as possible. And when that privilege you have and the honor these families give you, and you try to give them right back, but in that day and age, you're not allowed. The first couple of months, the state didn't know what to do with us. The first couple of months, we didn't know what to do. Cemeteries, crematories, they were backed up. We were just so caught off guard. It was like a deer in headlights. And it became, instead of being a personalized service, we were just down to just a cremation service, just a direct burial service. But the problem was, folks, since no one was prepared, and when I say not only prepared from the burial to a cremation, we were all running out of PPE equipment. Caskets weren't being made fast enough. Crematories can only take so many individuals. It got very dismal very quickly. And for us, we felt so helpless because we couldn't give the dynamic services, especially in my funeral home here in St. James. We pride ourselves on making each funeral dignified, different, special. We're here to make someone's life worth living. Life is to be celebrated. And I think at the end of this tunnel, whenever this COVID-19 seems to die out, and I hope it does, I want to give these families back what they deserve. To reinvent the wheel again and how to evolve out of this whole horrible year we're living in. I mean, I like to joke around at times with my families here, and because they're getting more comfortable, trying to smile through a mask, and they didn't want to laugh again. And it's so funny that when you're done with work as a person, you think that you're going to do something different, and you're going to start a brand new thing tomorrow, and life's going to be all better. And it's like Groundhog Day. Cue the Groundhog Day now. And then the next morning you wake up, it's the same thing. What we experienced was the exact same thing over and over and over and over again. Nothing changed. There was this redundant way about life, and I think people got that cabin fever. I'm one of them. It's not fair. And this show is supposed to be a little bit of laughter, a little bit of, compassion, a little bit of everything. I'm supposed to be here to entertain you. But it is fitting to start this show off with something that we're all affected by. So if you really want to know what I'm going through and what my colleagues are going through, don't forget about us. I found a sticker on social media, and they were praising the people in the military, praising the cops, EMTs, paramedics, so on and so forth. And I thank you all. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry, but you're as essential as you can be, and we're all in this together. But the sticker that I saw, we're called the last responders. I love that, because that funny cliche joke everybody has said to me, and I still laugh, and we're the last to let you down. It really means something now, because we are the last. We're in the forefronts of, well, it's like walking through hell. Well, going into work, being scared of, will I get this disease? How much hand sanitizer? How much of this stuff can we do every day? How many masks can we wear before we don't know what happens? And we don't know. Everybody says, well, 2 weeks. We don't know when you contract it. And by the time you know, you're gone. Heavy breathing. I've heard that your tightness in your chest. I'm so glad that every time we go to a hospital, we get checked out. Not tested, but checked out for temperature and stuff like that. So they're being very cautious, which is great. But I just wish things would go back to normal. I wish people didn't have to wear masks. I want to see you smile. You know what? And speaking of smiling, I'm going to head on out. It's been a good first episode, I thought, but I will tell you that these episodes will get more and more entertaining. I want to say God bless America. I want to say God bless all of our essential workers. I want to tell each and every one of you who are watching, keep your chin up. It will get better. I will pray for you. I will think kindly of you. And as I will end every show, next episode is going to be what not to wear at a funeral and what not to say at a funeral. I'll have a special guest with me. His name will be Mr. Ron. Some of you may know him, may not know him, but I guarantee you by the end of next week's episode, you're going to love him. So this is Ken Marr. Thank you for watching. And life is a grave. Dig it.